everybody, and welcome to another episode of Unsaid. I can't believe we're actually doing a second one. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Unsaid. I can't believe we're actually doing a second one. Honestly, the first one, the feedback you guys gave me, the comments, the likes, the follows, I can't believe it, and it's all down to you guys, so thank you so very much. Honestly, I truly appreciate it. It means the world to me because this is something I wanted to do for so long. So thank you so very much. If you haven't had a listen to the first episode, go and have a listen and then come back to this one. And honestly, I just truly appreciate you guys, so thank you. I did a little question box at the beginning of the week regarding what the second one should be about, and loads of you, actually more than I thought, made suggestions, amazing suggestions, and I will get to all of them, but the one that popped up the most, so I had quite a few people suggest the same thing, and it was self-confidence. So I thought, well, if there's so many people who want to know about self-confidence, that must be a thing, right? So I thought, why not make the second episode all about self-confidence? So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to talk about how to become confident, or should we say the first baby steps to becoming self-confident, and portray that image that you carry yourself well, and you have the inability to know that you are strong and you're independent and you're worthy and all these kind of things. So let's get into it, shall we? Self-confidence. Most people think self-confidence is about your outside image. It's about how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you look, how your hair looks, how your makeup is done, right? A lot of people think that that's self-confidence. If you see a woman dressed nicely in a really nice dress, has done her makeup, done her hair, that must mean she must be a really confident woman or man, right? But that's not where it all starts. So self-confidence does not start by looking good on the outside or having your hair done once a week at a salon. Self-confidence actually starts from the legwork, from inside out. A confident person would actually be a confident person about themselves from the inside, and then they will start doing the confidence work from the outside. But it all starts with your inner work and your mindset. Let me break it down for you. A person who is super confident, right, has taken the time to do the work from your mindset, your inside work, to be able to then start doing the work from the outside to be an overall confident person. So you might see a person who, you walks past you and is dressed super nicely, and they walk tall and they stand straight, and you must think, right, that's really, she's got loads of self-confidence. But actually she might not. She might not like the way that she looks. She might not look like the way the person that she actually is. She might nitpick at herself all day long. Self-confidence comes from the mindset that you are, and you have self-belief that you are a confident, strong person. So how do you do that? You start with self-love. You start with the small things that add up to big things. You start with talking to yourself positively. You start with believing that you are capable of things, and that how you carry yourself shows through. That you could be in a room full of people, okay? And you could be, not dressed super glamorously and not had your hair done and your makeup done and, all those little things that people think that make up confidence, and you would still feel like you belong. You still feel like you're confident enough to be in that room. But that all begins with how you portray yourself. So how do you do that? Simple things like your positive and your negatives, right? Are you the kind of person that if something bad happens in a day, you only see the negative from it? So for example, say something happens at work that didn't go your way. Do you take that negativity and put it down? And then something else happens with your friends, right? Do you take that negativity and put yourself down? And then something happens maybe in your relationship, more negativity, and then it kind of snowballs. And because it's been such a negative day, you only see that as a negative day. And then you take that negativity into the next day. And then something else happens. And then it snowballs into this negative bubble that you're like, well, I'm not worthy. Everything bad keeps happening to me. I'm not worthy because my life sucks. I'm not worthy and I'm not strong enough and I'm not independent and I am not this and I'm not that. And you snowball into this negative bubble that things are just so bad and it knocks your confidence completely off. Now, that might sound silly because you're like, well, my day-to-day doesn't influence my confidence, but actually it does. It does. How you portray yourself, how you portray your life, how you portray your day-to-day affects your self-confidence massively because it also affects your self-love. So you've got two choices really on your day-to-day. You know, you can be the kind of person that sees bad things happening through the day, an unexpected bill, something that happened at work, you didn't get your promotion, you had a little fight with your friend, your relationship isn't exactly how you want it to be, right? And you start nitpicking at all these things and you start getting yourself into self-pity, right? And you kind of just be home and secluded and you're like, well, you know, all these bad things are happening. Maybe I don't look good enough. Maybe my personality isn't good enough, or I didn't get that promotion because I'm not good enough at my job, and you just see the negatives. Or are you the kind of person that kind of goes, well, I didn't get that promotion at work, but that's okay. It wasn't my time. I need to do a little bit of, more research, more learning, more growing. So next time that I can go for that promotion, I will get it because I've developed my skills a little bit more. Or, you had a little fight with your friend. And are you the person that goes, well, okay, well, I had a fight with that person. Okay, that's fine. But why? Oh, because of this and this. Right, so now I know for next time, I'll learn and I'll be better. Or they will learn and they'll be better. Or, just relationships, you had an argument with your partner. Okay, cool. Are you guys going to sit down together and work it out and be like, okay, well, now we know that you don't like this and I don't like this. And next time we know better, we can communicate better. So you take, yes, it's negative and bad situations, but you take the positive out of it and you use it to grow. You use it to learn. You use it to become a better, stronger, more knowledgeable person for next time. And that then starts to build your self-confidence from the inside out. That then starts to build your mindset, your mind frame to kind of make things, turn them around and make them into a positive experience. Because let me tell you, even your worst days, even your most negative days, there's always something to take from, to learn, to allow yourself to grow with it, and then to develop it into a lesson so that next time you can do things a little bit differently. We seem to live in this bubble that we must control everything and that we have full control of everything, but at the end of the day, we don't. We really, really don't. Life's gonna happen. And yes, we can plan and we can be in control and we can do all those things, but at the end of the day, negative things also happen and that's absolutely fine. That's life, okay? But it's how you take that and how you think and how you program your mind to be that will allow you to grow and develop. And believe it or not, it's those small habits, it's those small little details that you take from the day to day that will build your self-confidence. So the more that you absorb and the more you learn and the more knowledge that you have from the little things that you've done and you've learned from, and you kind of go, well, next time I can do it this way, instead of being knocked down and put yourself, in this little shell. The more negative things that happen, the more you kind of seclude yourself from the world. And because you're kind of secluding yourself from the world, you're shutting down your self-esteem, you're shutting down your self-confidence. You might go through a bad breakup because, I don't know, he did something that he shouldn't. He cheated on you, let's say. Okay? So you put yourself in the shell and you don't allow the world to see you anymore because in your mind, this negative thing happened, so it's always going to happen to me. Instead of being like, this happened, this is what this is the situation. Okay, well, now next time I know that I need to be careful with X, Y, and Z, but let's move on. Let's grow from it. Let's learn from it. Let's become stronger from it. But if you just put yourself into a little shell, then it means that next time you'll be so in your shell that you won't allow that self-confidence and that self-love and belief to come through. So you just put a barrier on everything. everything's going to be bad. Everything is going to be negative. Everything is going to work out in the way that is not in my favor, no matter how much I control it. And you become controlling and you become possessive about little things because you don't want negativity to come in. But negativity attracts negativity. So the more you seclude yourself, the more you're kind of in this shell, the more you attract it. So instead of standing up straight and tall and going, okay, well, this happened. It did. It sucks. It ain't fun. But I've learned from it. I've become stronger from it. I've become better from it. And you stand tall and you carry on and you move forward. That builds self-esteem. That builds self-love. That builds self-confidence. It all starts from the inner work. How do you see yourself? Not physically. How do you see yourself, your personality, the way you think? How do people interact with you? Are they able to be completely open and honest and tell you everything? And you able to kind of give feedback in an honest way, an open way, in a kind way? Or if someone comes to you with a situation and you just fill them with negativity and this dark little bubble that everything's going to go wrong? It's how you portray yourself from the inside out. And once you've nailed it, once you've nailed that inner work, and once you've got a mindset that you're like, I am strong and I am independent and I am brave and I can turn any situation into a positive situation, because you can. You can turn any bad day into a good day. It's how you wake up in the morning. Do you wake up in the morning and you go, oh, I've got this meeting and this meeting and this meeting, and then this is going to happen, and it's raining all day, so it's going to be a bad day. You're already starting your day with intention that it's going to be a bad day. So the likelihood of that happening, it's going to be a bad day. However, if you wake up in this kind of, okay, well, I've got these 3 meetings, the weather isn't great outside, but let's make it a good day. Let's wake up and make the most of it. Yes, these meetings might suck. They're not my favorite. But let me see if I can learn anything from it. Let me see if I can put my input to help to do something. Okay? Yes, it's raining. What are we going to do about it? It's the weather. Okay, so I'm going to wear my favorite jacket. I'm going to wear that jacket that I love with a big hood. It's going to keep me nice and good. Like, it's about turning situations into positive ones. Yeah? Or if you're working from home and it's raining, okay, well, I'm going to put my candles on and I'm going to make it, really cozy, and I'm going to be able to focus and work from home. Like, turn little things into positive things. And you will see how your self-esteem and your self-love will grow from that. And naturally, from that, your self-confidence will grow too. You will start believing yourself. You will start believing that you are capable of things, and good things are able to happen to you because you are good enough. You are good enough. You stand there being authentically yourself as a good enough person to be there. You belong. Feel like you belong. We have this thing in society where we put ourselves in groups and bubbles, and this is where I belong, and this is the kind of people that I belong with. And why? Why can we not just be, strong enough and believe in ourselves enough to be like, well, actually, I can stand anywhere and I can be anywhere and I can belong. I can talk to all these people and that's absolutely fine. A lot of people say to me, yeah, but I love to have your confidence. You've got so much confidence. Let me tell you, that's not confidence from the inside. I am still that girl that stands in the mirror sometimes and goes, oh, I need to lose a bit of fat there, and I need to tone up a little bit there, and my face ain't looking right today. I'm still that girl too. But because I have the mindset of I belong and I am strong and I'm brave to do these things, that I come across as a confident person. Because I say it as it is. Because I am not scared that how people are going to react to me being authentically me. I've spoken to so many people, they're like, I can't believe you have the confidence to literally sit in front of a camera and talk, right? To people, it could go anywhere. It could go anywhere in the world. How do you have the confidence for that? Because it's me. I'm simply being me on camera. It's not me kind of sitting here and going, well, I look a certain way, so therefore I'm going to get views. It's me going, well, my mindset is strong enough that I can put my opinion out there, and some people will agree and some people will don't, and that's okay. I'm fully expecting that there will be criticism. I'm fully expecting there'll be someone that will say something, because just that's how society is. But it doesn't stop me from doing what I believe and what my dreams are and what I want to do. It's about you doing the same thing, believing in yourself so much that yes, bad things can happen, but I'm good enough to overcome them. I'm good enough to build myself up, and this is where I belong. This is where I want to be, so this is where I belong. And it all starts from that inner mindset, that inner work that will allow you to come across as confident. And once you have done that inner work and you believe in yourself so much and you can see yourself just shine through as the person that you are, that's then how it starts to reflect on the inside, on the outside too. That's then when you start going, okay, well, I'm confident enough to walk in the gym. Do you know how many women, right, and men, there's a few men too, that I've spoken to that are like, can I come and work out with you because I'm not confident enough to be in the gym by myself? People will look at me. People will judge me, right? It's one thing wanting help because, you know, you want to do certain exercises and you don't know exactly how to do them, or you just want a gym buddy. Like that's fine. But the amount of people that come up to me and say, please come and do a workout with me because I'm just not confident and I don't feel like I belong. I'm not confident enough to be there. But that starts with your mindset. If you start with your mindset and go, I can be there, like I'm just like anybody else. Everybody in that gym was once a day one too. Everybody in that gym had to start somewhere too. Nobody rocked up the gym with massive glutes and big biceps. That never happened, right? They also were day one too. They also had to build that mindset of, it's scary. Don't get me wrong, it's scary, but I belong there too. I am, confident enough within myself, not the way I look yet, but within my inner self, that I can be here. So they start. But that, to build your outside confidence, you've got to start from your inside, because otherwise you're never fully going to be there. So once you've got that nailed and you start working on your outside image, you do things that make you feel good. You move your body, you exercise, you go to the gym or you start a sport, and you naturally start feeling better because all those good, good hormones, good endorphins start kicking in your body, and you start, seeing results, which in return start to make you feel good from the outside too. And if you go back to the first episode, that's when you've got that mindset, that motivation to look good from the outside too starts to kick in. You then also have a mindset that's strong enough and confident enough to carry on that discipline and that momentum and that consistency. Can you see how it all starts just from your mindset and how you believe in yourself and how you program your mind to be on your day-to-day basis? It literally changes your whole perspective of everything. So then you start feeling good at the outside too. And then you start to think, okay, well, I feel good from the inside and I feel good from the outside. So you start to kind of feel better and look better, and you start to kind of portray that image of self-confidence. I had a little pause there because what I've just noticed is that I had a window cleaner. And I hadn't booked a window cleaner. So a man just popped up at my window. So sorry about that, guys. But it all starts from the inside out, and then you start to see that you start to walk taller and you start making eye contact with people and you start to feel like, you belong in places. But it all starts from doing that inner work and that inner ability to feel good from the inside out. You speak to any sort of personal trainer or nutritionist, they will say, in order for you to look good from the outside, you have to start with your inside, right? It's about what you consume. It's what you put in your body. It's what you eat. But it's the same thing with your mindset. It's about what you consume. It's about what you feed your mind. It's what about you tell yourself. Everything that goes in helps everything that comes out. So, consume good things. If you're one of those people that's constantly just doom scrolling on social media and going, she looks better, he looks better, oh, they've got the perfect life, I don't, blah, 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 you will naturally start to lose that inability of having that own confidence. But if you kind of consume good, positive things, listen to good podcasts, read good books, consume your mind with not just this bubble of everybody else is better than me, then you will start reflecting that on your inside out and start portraying that to people. And you will naturally come across as a self-confident person. I've rambled on a lot there, but I hope that gives sort of a starting point in kind of believing in yourself and becoming more of a confident person on a day-to-day. Like, it all starts from the inner work. It all starts with, setting those habits in your mind that you are good enough and you belong and you can be there, right? We all belong somewhere. We all allowed to be, here. We're all human beings. Yes, we pick apart each other. And yes, we pick apart our own bodies. And yes, we want to better everything, right? You could spend 3 years at the gym and do all the mind frame work, but you will still pick apart something. But that's just called being a human being. We're all like that. Trust me, I'm like that. But it's about how we come across and how we carry ourselves and how we just believe in ourselves. The amount of time I get judged because people think, oh, she's super confident, she's going to be a certain way. She looks a certain way, so she's going to be a kind of person. But the amount of times I've heard that from the last 10 to 12 years, the simple sentence of, actually, when I first saw you, I didn't think you'd be how you are. Right? People just thought I was this confident person on the outside because I look a certain way or I dress a certain way. But my mindset and my mind frame is like, well, no, actually, my biggest asset is my mind. My biggest asset is who I am to the core. That's my asset. That's what I believe that's my strongest point, is my mind. So, of course, once you got to know me, you're going to think I was completely different because you judge the book by its cover, right? So, allow people to think of a certain way of you, but be strong enough and have that mindset and that mind frame that, sure, people think a certain way, but I know that who is up here is a lot better, is a lot stronger. Just believe in yourself. Gonna leave it there for now because I've rambled on, but I hope it's a starting point. I hope it's helped. If you've got any questions, if you want to know a little bit more, then pop onto my social media and leave me a DM and I will be happy to get back to you guys. Thank you so very much for listening to another podcast. I hope you all have an amazing day, night, smash it. And I will be back next week with another podcast. Take care, guys, and thank you so very much for listening again.